Chapter 4, Mishnah 10. We have learned that a traveler or a poor man at home may designate a specific place at another location as the Shabbos residence. See Mishnah 7 and 9. The following Mishnah discusses whether a person who began a journey but then turned back has the status of a traveler. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. If one set out from his house on Friday to place an Erev at a particular place for himself and the other people of his city, so that they would be able to travel on Shabbos to a nearby city for which they may make an Erev, but before he reached the spot where he intended to place the Erev, his friend convinced him to turn back by telling him, for example, that it was too hot or too cold to be outside, he is still permitted to go on Shabbos to the other city. Since he started out from his house on Friday, he is considered a traveler who may establish a particular spot at another location as his Shabbos residence. And since he intended on placing an Erev in a particular spot and still plans to go to the next town on Shabbos, it is as if he explicitly established that spot as his Shabbos residence, and as to whom is measured from there. However, all the other people of his city are forbidden to travel to that city, since they remained at home and have bread with which to make an Erev. They are not eligible to designate a spot at another location as their Shabbos residence without placing an Erev there. And since the actual Erev was never set up, they may not walk beyond the Tchum of their own city. These are the words of Rabbi Yehuda. But Rabbi Meir says, anyone who returned to his house and is able to make an Erev with food, but instead designated a particular spot on the road as his Shabbos residence and failed to set up an Erev, is like a person driving a donkey and a camel, who could not walk in front of the donkey or behind the camel, but only between the two animals. In our case, the owner may walk only between the intended Erev location and his city. He may not go beyond the intended Erev location because that spot may not be his Shabbos residence, and he may not go beyond his house in the opposite direction because the intended Erev location might have become his Shabbos residence. Therefore, he is confined to the area between the two.